Hello.
Hello.
Episode 11 this
I
week.
know.
Um,
Still seems that one
I
left
know
over.
we had a little bit of a boost in numbers last week as well. So if you're new, thanks for checking us out.
I'm welcome.
This is Sibling Rivalry. I'm Tom.
I'm
She's
Ellie.
Ellie. We're brother and sister. Most of you already know that, but I think obviously I mentioned the numbers went up, so we'll just do a bit of a recap of who we are. And we started it together because
Yeah, we did.
I don't know. There's a big age gap between us, isn't there?
Yeah.
You're 20 and I'm 31, and we were kind of. I've always enjoyed doing podcasts anyway, and I wanted to start another one. And you were struggling a bit with your anxiety and stuff.
Yeah,
weren't
this is away from it. This helped me a lot.
you? So we wanted to do something that was like fun and creative for us both.
Yeah.
And it's become whatever this is. Not too sure. What are we? What's our format? We just sit down, we chat, and hopefully we make each other laugh.
Which we do.
That's about
Pretty much.
the end game of the podcast, isn't it? That's
Pretty much.
summary of what we do. Talk shit. And
about each other.
yeah.
And sometimes to each other.
Yeah. So it's been a wild week, this one. We always sit down before we record, don't we, and try and have a think about things we want to talk about.
Yeah.
And loads has happened to me this week, but it feels like it's gone so fast and it's been a massive, as if it's been like a month long or something at the same time. So I think I mentioned last week, didn't I, that I had the interview on Monday.
Oh yeah.
Went really well. I got asked back for a second interview on Wednesday. On Tuesday and Wednesday, I was very ill. If you remember.
Yeah, you were.
With that cough she had on here a couple of weeks ago.
It was the cold, wasn't it?
The cold. And it took me down big time, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think it took me down big time, but Ellie and my mum and that might be like, oh, you just had man flu, you big pussy. But, we'll see. But yeah, so I had the second interview on Wednesday, which was more of like an informal kind of just feeling out to see if we were a good fit for each other.
Yeah.
And then I got the job.
I know.
Woo! So they told me they'd try and let me know on the same day, didn't they?
Yeah, I didn't.
And when it got to like 4:30, 5 o'clock-ish, I was like, oh, I'm not hearing back today then. And I was getting a bit anxious as well.
You were starting to lose out, weren't
you? And then, so I had a drink at like I had a couple of beers in the sun at like 4:30. And then they phoned me at 5 to 6, like, you've got the job. And I was like, cool. and then obviously like chatting to the recruitment fella who got me in there. And he was like, oh, make sure you have a beer to celebrate. And I was like, I will. Like, been like sitting there drinking for 2 hours nearly or whatever it was. But I also, so when I was talking to him afterwards, I found out that after they spoke to me, they actually cancelled other interviews that they had booked in.
Really?
Because they knew that they wanted me for the role.
Bloody hell.
So that made me feel really nice.
Can imagine.
Especially sort of coming from where I felt like that was a big problem in my old job, was that like they weren't very good with the staff. I didn't feel like they appreciated the staff enough. That was like a real big issue for me. And then to go from that to feel like
you are appreciated
and they like wanted me for the job, it's a really nice feeling.
Yeah.
And I've sort of been all over the place ever since, haven't I?
Yeah.
I'll start on Thursday this week.
Are you excited or nervous?
A bit of both, to be honest. I have moments where I'm like, oh, it's going to be so good, and then moments of, oh no, something completely new and unknown.
No, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it because it's something you got the experience to do.
And do you know, like, I've been off. Obviously, I finished my other job on like the 2nd of June. I don't know what the date is today. It's the 26th. So it's been all 3 weeks of no job. And I think in my head now I've got a job to go to. I'm like imagining that I've enjoyed that time more than I actually have. You know what I mean? I've been like, oh, it's been great being a bum again. But then it's probably only been since I actually got the job where I've started to enjoy not having to go in for a few days.
Chill.
Yeah. And then, so what day was that? Wednesday?
I think so.
And then when did I take the dog to Ben's? Friday.
Yeah.
And then on Friday I took the dog down to Ben's. They're not yet. They're in Ireland, so no one was in.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll just, because it was like quite a bit of a walk, isn't it? And I was like, oh, if I walk down and then walk back, and I can just chill there for a few hours on my own, it'll be quite nice for me to just have.
Yeah. Well, it's nice for the dog as well to get into
exactly.
somewhere that's different.
Oh, it was funny though. We got there, and you know what she's like when you get anywhere. She like has to run around to see everything, doesn't she?
It's like checking for danger or
Yeah.
something. Or
But then she's been to Ben's before, hasn't she? But
yeah.
not like loads, is it? So she's not like dead used to it.
No.
And so she was like running in, and she was like she looked like she was familiar with it, but she wasn't sure who lived there.
Yeah.
And then she's picking up smells of obviously Ben and Maddie, and then she's like smelling stuff, and then looking at me like, what's going on? They're not here. What's going on? What's going on? Like she just, and then I was going on for ages, and then she finally chilled out, and she was dead well behaved. But it was just dead cute when she was like, I can smell them, they're not here, what's going on, I don't like it. You know, like the way she is, so it was adorable. They've been in Ireland, haven't they? They went to see Lizzo the other night. Did you know about that one?
I think so. I think Ben told me. I can't.
Which I won't say too much about her, but I'm not for me, I would say.
Yeah, it's not for me either.
But they've been to see Sam Fender as well.
He's good.
He's good. I would have liked that. It looks like they've been having a great few days from the odd little snippets we're getting.
Yeah, they're back today, aren't they, as well?
They sent Mum a video, didn't they, the other night of them both singing along to Dancing in the Moonlight.
Oh, it's a good song though.
Yeah, and Mum loves it, doesn't she? So
yeah. She was dead happy after she seen that, wasn't she?
Yeah. So that was nice of them.
Yeah. And then he did something else that was unexpected, didn't he?
Ben did.
You sent a heart emoji to Mum.
I thought you said for you.
No, something
like,
that he never.
one as well?
No, something that he never normally does.
Yeah, because he was pissed and having a nice time, wasn't he? He was like, I love everyone. Woo.
No, but he's happy as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's dead happy. It's great to see.
Yeah.
But it was funny. And then on Saturday, I went to Hev and Nath's. Their birthdays are both, well, Hev's was on Saturday and then Nathan's is today, I think. They're dead close together, so they had like a gathering. And it was the first time I've seen loads of them for ages. Like, so this is all people I used to work with in the old job, and then they all left before me because it was like a redundancy thing on their team. And Nathan have had a baby together and everything, you know, and I hadn't even met the baby, so it was great to go. But I was shattered. So they said sort of 3 o'clock onwards, so I was like, oh, I'll just go a bit later on in the day, you know, thinking they'll probably be going for a while or whatever. So I was like in bed at like 2, and I'm like, I'm going to have a kip and then I'll go later because I was exhausted. And then I was speaking to Graham and he was like, oh, I can't stay, so you probably won't see me if you're coming later on. And then I thought, well, Charles not long had another baby, and Bex, who's also going, like, she's not going to stay if no one else is there, do you know what I mean? So I was like, oh, mate, if I don't go till later on, there might not be anybody I know there. So I had to get ready and go then. And I was home by 9:30 because I was drunk.
And you were tired.
And I was tired.
I think it was more tiredness than you've like being
yeah,
drunk.
I had a dead nice day as well, and I think it was all just a bit like overwhelming. Do you know what I mean?
And a bit too like, you know.
Because I've been in like I had a really rocky start of the year.
Yeah, you have.
And then like I've got this new job and I had a dead nice day there, and I think I was just like a bit like, oh, relaxed, yeah, everything's good again, do you know what I mean? And enjoying myself.
I think we all have our moments, so don't we ever feel like that?
Yeah, you've had a few blips this week, haven't you? You went to didn't you go and see Nan and Grandad again?
Yeah.
Well, say you went to see them, the Graves, they're not here.
Yeah, I did. It was nice.
And then you got rained on a bit.
Yeah, the weather decided to
kick off.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Was it okay?
Yeah, it was alright. I didn't cry.
I haven't really asked you too much, have I?
I didn't cry. I thought I would. No.
That's quite a big step for you, that, isn't it? Not crying.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just really nice and just updating them on
your life.
Well, things that were happening. You know, like you get a new job, Mika's still being as nuts as ever.
she's been particularly mental the last few days, hasn't she? but cute as well though.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with her. I'm
She's,
saying that like she's not normally crazy.
she's just Mika.
Yeah. Nathan had got one of them. I don't know if you'll know what it is, but it's like a thing you put on top of a can of Guinness. It's called a nitro surge. That like pours it a bit more like it's coming out of a pump rather than you just pouring it out of a can. So it pours like a much nicer pint. So like I really wanted to have a go with that because I'm a nerd. And it was like a new gadget. So I ended up having a couple of Guinness as well. Just to have a go at doing that. I like a Guinness, mate. I can't drink loads of them, but I don't mind it.
I'm pulling faces as if I'd try Guinness. I don't even drink.
Yeah, and there was a couple of dogs there as well.
Oh my god.
So they've got. Have you seen either of the dogs? They've got two. Pam's the little tiny one.
I don't think I've seen them.
And then they've got Winston, who's a lot bigger.
Are they? Is one a boy and one a
Yeah.
girl? Yeah. So obviously Winston's a boy.
Yeah.
How old's he?
I have no idea. Well, you're asking. I'm a bloke. I'm not even sure how old you are after that, or I am. You know what I mean?
You're not even sure how old Mika is all the time.
I'm just alive and just carrying on. I don't retain information very well. Like that was one good, well, not one good thing about when I was in a relationship. That wasn't the only good thing, but you do have that person then who knows when everyone's birthday is.
Who remembers pretty much most of the stuff.
Yeah, like remind you when it's Mother's Day soon, stuff like that. And then like now, I'm single. I'm not moaning about it, but like I don't hold any of that information in my head. So I'm very often quite surprised by like, shit, that's soon, isn't it? Even though just before we started recording, I was singing a Christmas song, wasn't I?
Oh god.
So it's completely in the wrong time of the year. But
we've had. I've just realised we've had Mika for 8 years, and that's past now.
Oh shit, yeah. See, here's a good example
I
of it.
just forgot.
See, my dog, I haven't got a fucking clue when we got it. I think it was the 15th or the 16th of June, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it's the 26th now, so that's...
Yeah, we've had it for 8 years.
We've missed that. Oops.
I think we all forgot.
Sorry, Mika.
I think we all forgot, man.
But it's been a bit of a mental few weeks, hasn't it, really?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's weird. I've really relaxed the last few days. I feel like
it's been nice to see you really relaxed as well.
Mum was saying she can see like my personality becoming myself again. Like,
yeah, it's like it's coming back.
Yeah, so I feel good, which is nice. Remember when I was all stressed and I thought I was dealing with it fine, and then I rewatched.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I cut clips out for the social media and that, don't I?
I remember that.
And I was sitting on the couch, and not 2 hours before I'd been talking like, I know I was stressed, but I felt like I didn't really kick off until recently that I was dead bad. And then I watched like an episode from like 6 weeks ago, and it started with like me talking about having a breakdown in the morning about work.
And you're like, oh, I'm not doing that. I'm as fine
yeah,
as I
I was like, oh right, okay. I thought I was smashing it.
Turns out you.
But yeah, so I think this time round I am actually
doing fine.
I'm actually okay. Yeah.
And hopefully it stays that way.
Yeah, cut a clip in 3 weeks' time of me just like. So I cried this morning.
like I'm fine.
Yeah, I never cry to be fair, but I did cry. No, I didn't. I didn't actually. I nearly cried this week. Big day, the other morning, because we've got a question that sort of relates to this as well. So this is good. Have you seen the Lewis Capaldi video?
Oh yeah.
From Glastonbury. Is it Tourette's he's got? I know he's got a condition. I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know what it is. But I think it's Tourette's. He gets tics anyway, doesn't he? When he gets like stressed and stuff, and it's
performing triggers it.
Performing makes it like really bad for him apparently. And he was singing "Someone You Love," or he was trying to, and his tics were really getting the better of him. So he was like really struggling, and you could see how much he was battling with it.
Like you could see the pain in his eyes.
And it was like hard to watch, and then the crowd just starts like really singing it for him. God. Do you know, like, but
I know when I seen it hit me right in the feels.
Yeah,
I was like, oh
you sort of feel like the crowd. They're not just singing along. They're like they're helping him, yeah. And it's one of that'll go down in history, I think. Like
it hit me right in the heart though as well. I was just like, oh, that's so sweet.
Oh, so I nearly cried watching that. I didn't quite, but I was close.
Yeah.
So that was good. It was a step for me, nearly crying. Yeah, so we've had an email. It sort of relates to Glastonbury, so we'll do that now while it's come up. So it's from Andy, and it's not really a question. It's more of like a. Anyway, I'll just read it and we'll do it and see how things go. Like, don't need to explain everything. Oh no, people watching this probably like, just fucking ask it.
I know. That's why I was like, get to the bloody point.
But now they'll be doing it even more because I've gone off trail and I'm quite enjoying that. No, right, we're doing it. You've got to choose 5 music acts each for Sibling Rivalry. Fair play. If you want to do our PR, Andy, get on board. And he said, obviously, with it being Glastonbury weekend, so 5 musical acts each to do our own festival. Who are we choosing and why? So
I've got a few in my head.
yeah, go on.
So these are all bands. Well, mostly bands. I've got I Prevail as one of them.
I don't know who they are.
They are a band.
This is going to be a lot of you saying words and me going, sure.
Do you know the band Daughtry?
Nope. Oh yeah.
I've played a few.
I don't
of
know
those.
why. I know that band though.
Well, I think I've played a few of their songs.
But haven't they got like one famous song or something?
I think I've played it before as well. Anyway, the
You're
band.
meant to be telling me why as well though.
Oh yeah. Because they're like both of these bands, their music really stands out to me.
For this as well, I'm going to say you can pick dead or alive people because I've just realised one of mine's dead and I want to see them still.
Oh God.
You don't have to if you've already thought them.
I think I've already thought.
Yeah,
of these.
but you don't have to pick a dead person just because I am.
I think I'll have to pick Michael Jackson as well. What? He's good.
It's potentially problematic though, isn't it? Because of the old paedophilia.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I'll solve that then.
And he's dead. I know you just said you could have dead people, but he's a dead paedophile, so maybe don't pick him.
Okay, maybe not him then.
Do you want me to give you a couple of mine and then we'll
Yeah.
come back to it? So one of mine would have been Arctic Monkeys.
That was one of mine.
But I've not watched the Glastonbury set. I just sort of read the Twitter fury about it. Apparently they were shite. So, but apparently he was ill as well. So I'm gonna have them still I just want them to do one album because some of the new stuff's a bit shit. But so I'd have them, I think. So the one who's dead is Mac Miller. I don't know if you know who that is.
Oh yeah,
He's a rapper. Arctic Monkeys reminds me of a really good period in my life. Like there's an album I was just having a good period, and you know when you like listen to it and it takes you back.
Yeah.
So I pick them for that reason. Mac Miller is someone who was like really close in age to me and Ben. His birthday was like the month after ours. And I started following his music when he was like 17, and it just sort of grew up with him. You know what I mean? And loads of his songs have got like really personal meanings to me.
Yeah.
And then when he died, that was a celebrity death that actually like hurt me. Which I think I'm one of them people as well. When a celebrity dies, who's like, "Oh, is anyone fucking? You didn't know them?" Then when it was Mac Miller, I was like, "No." Yeah, so I'd have Mac Miller, Arctic Monkeys, probably Fall Out Boy. Even though like that might be a surprise for people to hear that one, but
yeah.
I used to listen to them all the time when I was in high school, like 14, 15, 16. And me and the girl who I was really good mates with went to see them when we were young, and it was like the first sort of real experience of doing something just in the world by myself.
Yeah.
And we loved it, and it was to them for that reason. 2 more is tough, isn't it? Well, I'll probably say it's a bit of a cheap answer, really, but I'd say I'll have Lewis Capaldi after watching that thing the other day, and like everyone loves Lewis Capaldi, don't they?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Lewis Capaldi as well because his songs kind of like.
And he's like a dead nice lad as well. That to me is part of it. Like,
well, I kind of relate to some of the songs as well in a way.
So I've got 4.
I've got 3.
And then 5th one, another rapper, probably Nas, maybe. Yeah, Nas. Because I think he's the best ever.
Okay, so my fourth one would be Ed Sheeran.
Oh, good shout. Everyone would get it.
Because his new songs are really good, and
Everyone would like.
They're quite his songs are quite relatable.
Yeah, but that's why his music's so popular, isn't it? Because he writes relatable stuff. And like
Yeah.
everyone would be. So mine, I've picked for like me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've picked for me as well.
Yeah, I don't know, but you're picking people who are like. Ed Sheeran's going to get everyone going at a festival, isn't he?
Yeah.
So it'd be a good festival act to have that.
Who else would I pick? Anne-Marie.
I saw her, right. So I went to see Ed Sheeran actually, in the Man City Stadium a few years ago.
Oh yeah.
And she was supporting him.
Yeah, Anne-Marie's really good as well. I really like her songs. Like quite like.
Is that all of them now?
Yeah, I've chose 5. Yeah.
So I thought I was quite enjoyed that.
Yeah, so did I.
After getting to the question eventually, probably doing everyone's head in. It was worse as well because I was like, I know it's going to annoy people, and I find that funny. Just had a bit of a boost in listeners, and I'm trying to alienate people on the next episode. So if this falls apart, I'll take the blame.
Yeah, not me.
Should we have a quick break and then we'll come back and do some would you rathers and
yeah.
the usual shite? The usual shite. It's good. We have fun. Come back, please. See you in a bit.
Yeah, we're back.
Welcome back, if you're still here. To the second section where shit usually gets a bit silly, doesn't
it?
Yeah. I am also one day definitely going to cause a fire or something before we start recording. Knock the screen down again.
Oh God, you did.
With my arse. I crouched down to check the shot before we start recording, and I just I bummed the thing down. me fat arse knocked the screen to the floor.
Have you forgotten something as well?
Have I forgot something? My cap. Oh, that's upsetting. I've not pressed start on the timer either. We're having a good go here. I'm gonna have to get my cap, but we'll keep this in.
Yeah, because all you'll see is some shiny head,
and it needs to be shaved as well. So like a fucking hairy potato today. Sorry about that. That was probably grim for people watching, but we're back. You know, we're getting going. So second section is normally just would you rathers and messing about, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I've picked quite a few out today. We'll just see how we get on with them. We don't have to do them all.
Yeah.
First one, would you rather never get angry again or never be envious again? I know, I think that's tough. Because they're two like really crap emotions to feel as well, aren't they? But I think sometimes it does you a favour to get angry.
I think I'd have to never be. I think I'd have to.
And I think envious is a horrible way to feel as well, because you know that you shouldn't be envious of other people. You know what
I'll have to go never be envious again, because I feel like anger is like quite. You have to let your anger out, don't you?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just hold it in all the time. It's not great.
And I feel like I'm one of them people that like I have a lot of anger.
I think I do as well.
So it'd be nice, I guess, to not feel that, but also I think being envious of people is just like a horrible mental situation to be in.
Yeah.
So I think I'd never be envious.
I'm gonna have to go never be envious again, because I feel like not being angry, you have to let it out somehow, don't you?
Yeah.
So
And I'd probably explode.
So would I.
Try and bury it all down anyway, and then.
I think we all would, wouldn't we?
Yeah, definitely. It wouldn't go well. Can't believe I started this without the cap on at all. I've been able to think about while we've been talking.
Sorry.
Why are you apologising?
I just had to remind you.
It was a good job you did, otherwise it would have been like, well, this second section's never seen the light of day, is it? Okay, so we're both going envious.
Yeah.
This one's horrible. Would you rather walk barefoot in a public bathroom or get poisoned?
Oh, God.
I don't know
which is more grim.
So I don't know what women's public toilets are like, but men's are gross.
I'd have to be poisoned, because
I think
absolutely
isn't that weird though? Because like walking barefoot in the toilet, it's going to be horrible, but chances are you're not going to get sick.
There is absolutely no way.
But it's just like mentally putting you. I don't think I would do it.
I just
Whereas if you get poisoned, you've just got to deal with it, haven't you?
yeah.
Well, I didn't know if we both picked that or not, but
There's absolutely no way I could go barefoot.
it'd be horrible, wouldn't it?
Just the thought of it makes me want to go.
I know, like especially if it was like a pub toilet or something
Oh,
as well,
don't.
and a men's pub toilet. If you have one of them troughs that you piss in, it's not even your
Oh,
own.
don't.
Blech, it'd be horrible.
Oh, you had to do that, didn't you?
I was just talking through my thought process.
Oh, that's horrible.
Just wanted you to understand what I was thinking. That wasn't because it was gross and I thought it'd gross you out at all. Okay. So,
Next one, please.
Yeah. So we've just both got ourselves poisoned. That's good. Would you rather lose all of your friends and win the lottery, or keep your friends and stay at like the level of income that you're at now? I suppose it's a bit different for you. You're not working, but let's assume that you've got like just a normal job.
I'd rather keep my friends.
Would you? See, I'd lose my friends in a fucking heartbeat, mate. Sorry if any of you are watching or listening. But you would all do the same as well, so fuck you.
But I'm pretty sure they'll say the same.
I'll buy new friends.
No, I'm gonna have to keep my friends because
you're a nice person.
I don't work anymore.
If it was all of your friends die and you win the lottery, I think I'd do that.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I'd win the lottery. I'm not dead.
Oh, God.
You'd all be rich. No? No?
It's not all about money, you know?
Yeah, but the lottery is like crazy money.
I know, but still, I'd rather keep my friends because like, I don't really...
I'd just be sad on a yacht. It'd be great.
I'd rather be happy than that.
Oh, well, good for you with your morals. I'm taking the money. 100%.
Good for you.
I wouldn't lose yous. Yous are my family. Friends. Pfft. Who needs friends?
Yeah, the thing is, I care about my friends a lot, don't I?
So do I. To an just not as much as I care about winning the lottery.
What, family doesn't mean anything to you at all either?
Family does, but they're not included. They don't die. They're still there. They're fine and live the normal lives that they would live. Just lose a few mates that I've known for a long time. Be alright. Off his pop. Okay, so you're a good person and I'm not. That's what we figured out in that one. Would you rather be the smartest person in the world or the stupidest person in the world? And in both of those scenarios, your level of people. Let's try that again. In both of those scenarios, the level of intelligence. Fucking hell. The worst thing about this is it shows. It'll make sense in a sec. The level of intelligence that you've currently got, that you've still got in both scenarios. So I think, given an example of what's just happened with me trying to get that sentence out, if I was the smartest person in the world, we'd have a serious fucking problem. Wouldn't we?
I've just been trying not to laugh and then it just...
So, I think by being the stupidest person in the world would be horrible. But
being the smartest will take a huge mental toll on
But
you.
I'm not just thinking about that. I'm thinking at my current level of intelligence, if I'm the smartest person in the world crashes and burns in days. I haven't got the ability to keep the world going. I'm not that smart. I couldn't even say intelligence a minute ago. You know what I mean? No.
Yeah, and then
The irony of that. Like,
and then you did robot noises.
I know what dance as well. I can tell I'm in a good mood. Maybe this podcast should stop now. I'm happy again. Just me constantly doing shit that I'm like, oh no. I've had the potato head on this one. I've done a dance. Talked about bumming down the screen. This good mood stuff's not good for you now. I'm telling you. So what are you picking anyway? I'm stupid. I'm too stupid to be the smartest person in the world, so I would have to be the dumbest.
I'm gonna have to say the dumbest as well because I don't think I could be the smartest person.
No, it'd be grim, wouldn't it?
Mm.
Well, it would be grim, like you were saying. Well, no, because being the smartest person at your current level, I can't even say it. Being the smartest person, if you're as smart as you are now, isn't going to be like, you're not going to have the taxing side of it, are you? Because you don't know everything. Like, I don't know anything. No. I'm smart enough to know that I'm stupid. That's about all I've got. You know what I mean? So I suppose you haven't got to think about that mental side of it.
No.
You've just got the fact that we're not smart enough to keep
The world going.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, some of the people that are in charge of the world now aren't doing a great job either. But, you know, I still think, like, I couldn't be smarter than scientists because things would
No.
just fall apart. No diseases would ever get
Cured.
There's the word. Couldn't even find that word. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't be the smartest person, can I? I can't find words and sentences that I'm saying. So,
Clearly.
so but I don't want to be dumb either. But I'd have to be the stupidest person.
Yeah, same, because just
Well, yeah, okay.
yeah, I'm sticking with that answer.
Yeah, me too. Would you rather be... Oh no, I nearly just read the same question out again.
Show where your head's at.
Yeah, I'm so smart. Would you rather be forced to say "m'lady" every time you address a woman, or yell "I'm an atheist" as loud as possible every time someone says "bless you"? And in both scenarios, you can't explain why.
God.
So, I think for you, I don't know, this is maybe me just speaking out of school again and just assuming how everyone feels. But I think as a bloke, if I had to address every woman with "m'lady" every time I spoke to them, everyone would think I was a murderer. Because who does that? You know what I mean? If it was "m'lady" every time, people would be like, he's a serial killer, him. He's 100% a serial killer. But also screaming "I'm an atheist" at someone.
That's not any better.
But you could like do that and then be like, haha. Do you know what I mean? And I just, you suppose you can't tell people to not say "bless you" because then that kind of defeats the point of the "would you rather," doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I just feel like, would I rather be everyone think I was a serial killer saying "m'lady" all the time, because it's not like fucking 1920s anymore. People don't talk like that. But I think screaming "I'm an atheist" every time someone says "bless you" as loud as you possibly can. Quite aggressive, innit?
Yeah.
Like, I am an atheist, but I'm not sure that I would enjoy screaming that at people. Do you know what I mean? So, what would you go for? What do you think?
It's so hard to choose one.
I'm trying to think of what do you do more. Do you know what I mean? Are you probably introduced to women more often than you? Oh yeah,
I'm more likely to say bless you, aren't I?
but it's not you saying it; it's someone else saying it to you. So if you sneeze and someone says "bless you," you've got to go, "I'm an atheist." You're having a little midlife crisis or something there, though.
Oh, looks like it, doesn't it?
I think so. I'd have to go with the atheist one. I think because I think he could try and laugh that one off, whereas "m'lady," I am 100% going to be known as a serial killer.
I mean, if you can laugh "I'm an atheist" off, then that's fine. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to go with that as well, because if you can make it seem like it's like a yeah,
I'm just weird, and I am anyway. You know what I mean?
So mad.
Or what are we? Quirky, as Ben would say.
Oh God.
Okay, so what are you doing? Did you pick?
I'm gonna have to go with "I'm an atheist."
Oh yeah, I'd love to see you scream that at people. You know, because it'd be so out of character for you to do something like that as well. Just like quite mild mannered and polite and lovely to everyone you meet, and then someone says "bless you," you just fucking scream at them. Oh, I'd love it, because you could just like drop "m'lady" in and just. I don't even know if people would notice it with you. People should be like, "Oh, she's lovely and she's got that weird thing she does." But whereas if it's a fella, they're going to be like, "He's going to kill me." I don't know. I do enjoy the idea of you screaming "I'm an atheist" at people though, quite a lot. I actually wish that we could enforce this one a little bit. So I think I'd have to go with "I'm an atheist" as well. But it is rough, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so hard.
Like screaming in someone's face.
I know.
But yeah, I'm doing that.
I'm sticking with my answer.
Same. So this one is quite tough. Would you rather wake up with £50 in your pocket every day, or have £200 appear in your house somewhere every day when you wake up, but the money is well hidden and you've got to find it each time?
Jesus Christ.
So where my thinking went with this one is that I would say me and you, this is about both of us, not the best at looking for stuff, finding things, generally knowing where anything is.
Yeah, I'd have to go with the first one then.
And like, at least in that one, you just wake up and it's there. But like,
Yeah.
it is you're getting 4 times as much money if you just look for it.
I know, but like in this house we lose
The
stuff.
arsed as well.
Like getting, yeah.
It could take you all day to find it.
Imagine how stressed out you'd get as well.
But you could like probably live off finding 200 quid a day. Yeah.
I know. It's just the effort of it as well, isn't it?
But if that was like, that'd become like your job, wouldn't it? And then imagine if you found it after like 5 minutes, you just sit off the rest of the day.
Yeah, I know.
You'd be like, oh, we found 200 quid today. Today's a good day. Don't know though. Yeah, it is the effort of that, isn't it? And the fact that I would say we are not skilled finders and seekers, are we?
Really?
So I think I'd probably just, if I'm honest, purely out of laziness, I would go for the 50 quid one.
I'm gonna, yeah.
Just because you've no effort then. It's just there every morning.
I'd say, yeah, I'm saying the same.
Nice little boost, 50 quid a day. Crack on, don't have to spend your fucking morning rooting around the house. You'd have to keep your house dead tidy, wouldn't you? So that you could, like... But even then, I suppose if it's well hidden, I'm trying to look for places now where I wouldn't think to look. If they put it like behind a painting or something, it'd probably be like 10 to 12 at night before I'd think, oh, I wonder if it's behind the painting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then if you've spent a whole day, I think I'd lose my marbles.
So would I.
So we're both lazy and going for...
Yeah.
Right, we've rattled through these quite quick, and we were debating doing this one, but we're doing it. And I just want to stress, so I think this gives quite an interesting insight into our home life, this one, doesn't it? I think you can judge a lot about what we are like as people by this question. And I just want to really stress the point that this is one my mum gave us in the break, and this is word for word what she said as well. Would you rather be constipated or have the shits? That was what she gave us. How is that like? But the weirdest thing was, well, not even the weirdest thing, the stupidest thing was, that isn't strange in this house. It's not an odd question, is it?
No. Because you want to hear some of the conversations.
We're just gross people and we can't help that.
Oh, God.
So I actually, we've got to answer it now, we've said it as well. So the thing with... We're going to discuss this in detail. Fucking hell. The issue with being constipated is...
It's painful.
It's painful, yeah. But so is having the shits. And you've got to spend so much more time on the toilet if you've got the shits. You've gone here, haven't you? Any talk of like farting or burping or pooing, just you absolutely fall apart. You're like, I think your toilet humour is the worst in this house, you know. Out of anyone. I think you find it funnier than anyone.
I find anything funny.
Like, so your options are you're constipated and your stomach's killing all the time. Or you've got the shit and your bumhole's killing because you've had to do so much wiping. But also, like, oh no, I've started the thought now, I feel like I should say it. So, I apologise that we've done this question at all and for what I'm about to say. Sometimes I quite enjoy having the shits. I actually really mean that as well. Sometimes I quite enjoy it. I feel like you've had a good clear out. It's nice.
Being constipated's horrible.
Like you've seen, I don't. Oh my god, I'm saying things again. Stop talking. Just constantly saying like, I need a poo. Oh, no, family's messed up. Excuse me, sorry. I actually don't know. I think I would rather have the shits. I think I'd get more enjoyment from it. You'd be starving as well when you were done. It'd be great. And have a nice food, not worry about it. Like being constipated, it's depressing, isn't it? It's quite like I get sad when I'm constipated. It like really affects my mood. So I'm having the shit, mate. I don't know what you're doing.
Me too. I'm gonna say have the shits.
Oh, we'd have to move into a house with more toilets, wouldn't we? We both had to have the shit at the same time.
We've been fighting over the bathroom.
Right, that's a wrap on the Would You Rathers. I'm glad we did that one last. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, this gets stupider every week. I'm having so much fun doing this episode. Though. It's been a fun episode, this. What do we normally do at the end? We're on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Sibling Rival Pod for more toilet-based humour. If you've got any questions or suggestions or anything, would you rathers, send them to siblingrivalpodcast@gmail.com. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at TomFurlong_.
And I'm on Twitter and Instagram at XEHarrisonX.
And I promise that our social media feeds aren't full of poo-related content. And I think that's a wrap, innit? Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have in particular. And love you.
Love you too.
See you next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.